Hello, we are back in 20, and one more time, it's sad. It's sad to see the news, hear what's going on because it's a cycle. It's a cycle that's continuing because this story doesn't stop. It just continues on giving, and the giving ain't good. It is sad news, um, because it's of abuse of power. And unfortunately, like I said on the last podcast, it's abuse of authority. You give these people a little bit of authority, a little bit of power, and then they become gods in their minds. We're going to recap because it's interesting because they're trying to change the plot. They're trying to change your mind so that their followers could continue um, backing them up all the time. It doesn't matter how they play the narrative is still the same. You got corrupted by the system, you try to be above board, and you got caught. And I'm going to explain to you how and why. But here we go. This is something interesting. Okay, this is what happened. This is what's occurring.
Students at the Socorro Independent School District say they want answers.
This coming after 3 arrests were made in connection to district operations last week. ABC 7's Carrie Manick spoke to several parents today and joins us live with their concerns. Carrie?
Well, parents' concerns come both against and for those arrested. While some parents say that the move to arrest was extreme, others say they don't want those two board members representing their communities.
I wouldn't want them in the district if they actually thought they were doing something that's suspicious.
Two SISD Board of Trustee members and one of their wives were arrested Thursday. District 5 Representative Pablo Barrera is facing multiple charges, including official oppression. Meanwhile, District 3 Representative Ricardo or Richard Castellano, along with his wife, Gabriela Castellano, are each facing 2 counts of, quote, obstruction or retaliation. While some parents in the district say they don't want these people serving SISD, some say there's more to consider.
For 2.5 years, they've been demanding.
So, this is what's happening now. Okay. What do we know so far? That they got arrested for retaliation, for trying to convince other people that other people are doing wrong, but yet it's okay for what they're doing. Now, let's touch on this. Now the narrative is changing. Look at the comments made by Barrera's attorney. Okay. It's funny how the attorney, of course, you're going to pay an attorney and the attorney is going to defend you no matter what you do. Okay. But she told ABC News that Barrera was cooperating with authorities and that she does not think he did anything wrong and that she looks forward to representing him. Okay. That is what the attorney said. Now, we have to go look and see how the narrative is changing. Now, this is what Ricardo Castañeda. This is just a continuing prosecution by the district of Mr. Barrera and his family, Castellano said at the time. He wanted to bring forth what's wrong with the district so we can make corrective actions. Everything has been presented through an audit. There is no follow-up action by the district or its employee or the superintendent to hold people accountable by those actions. The names are out there for people to review, but focus has been on us too. Did you get that? The focus is on us too. There is no equal protections here under the law. How funny how it is how a ex-lieutenant of the El Paso Police Department says that. So, I want you to understand that the narrative that they're trying to pitch you is that they want you guys to understand and feel that they're being prosecuted because they wanted to bring forth the corruption, the wrongdoing that Socorro Independent School District has been doing. And I get it, and I understand. And you know what? I value that. I understand that. I understand that they feel that they're being prosecuted. But this is, and I'm going to use this analogy for people to understand what they're doing. They're giving you half truths, half lies. Or people understand it this way. They say that it's the glass is half empty or it's half full. Same thing. It doesn't matter how you slice it and dice it. They did wrong, not because, and they're not being prosecuted because of what they want to bring out in the district. Okay? I applaud them for doing that. But along the way, when they started and they got elected to today, they got corrupted by the system. Why do I say that? Because along the way, they felt that they were above the law. They felt that they had all this power and all this authority. Remember, there's video, there's audio, 33 hours worth of audio. And they use their authority to try to muscle and bully themselves on everything and push everybody aside so that they could they can have their agendas done the way they want to. That's what you call official oppression. You know, intimidation, retaliation, everything that is in the books. That's why they got indicted for. That's why they got arrested, because there was enough. Why? Because don't forget that I did a podcast about a year and a half ago about Mrs. Gabriela Castellano, Mr. Castellano, the trustee's wife, recorded. Do I believe those allegations to be true? Yes. Why do I say it with conviction that I believe that they used official oppression? Because I'm going to give you something personal. He tried to use his position, because remember, he was a lieutenant in the El Paso Police Department. I got a call when I did my podcast a year and a half ago, where I called his wife dumb and stupid. That's what I said. And I will repeat it again, because she's dumb and stupid. How could you do a formal complaint, send out the whole complete 33 hours of audio to HR? And that's why I said that was dumb and a stupid move. Okay? And they felt butthurt, and they sent a detective from the El Paso Police Department to try to do an investigation, because I, myself, René Rodriguez, was harassing them. Why? Because I was telling the truth? Because why? Because I said that you were dumb and stupid for turning in 33 hours of audio? You know, El Paso Matters got that and made it public. And what happened? Because of that action, we have this investigation against Pablo Barrera herself and Mr. Castellano, her husband. How dumb, one more time, people, how dumb can you be that you gave them all of the ammo for these indictments? It is mind-blowing. So let's do this. I want you to remember this.
New at 5, details behind the arrests of 2 Socorro ISD board trustees. According to the indictments ABC7 obtained today, Pablo Barrera and Ricardo Castellano and his wife Gabriela Castellano allegedly targeted district employees at schools where they had personal connections. The Castellanos were in.
You see, personal connections. They use their official positions of authority. Now, they're going to spin it, and they're trying to spin it as, oh, we're the victims, we're the whistleblowers. No, you're not. We're not here for that. Who cares what you did? What you did is, and why you got indicted for, was your recording. Here we go.
Indicted on 2 counts each of obstruction or retaliation involving Gabriela Elliott, a former principal at Bill Seibert School. That's where Gabriela Castellano was a 3rd grade teacher. Indictment documents say the scheme against Elliott began in August of 2021 and continued until March of 2022. No specific actions are mentioned, but El Paso Matters is reporting that it obtained an audio recording that states the Castellanos were trying to have Elliott removed as principal. We'll have more details from that coming up on ABC 7 at 6. New at 5, details.
So there you have it. The recording. It all stems with the recording. Who did what? They did. And it's very heartening and disconcerting that you can have somebody that doesn't trust anybody and is recording this. Okay? It's so sad to see Pablo Barrera get smeared as well and get caught up on this in the recording because his board member ally wife recorded their conversation. It is just so sad, really, really, really sad. But we need to also remember this. Remember, she emailed, here we go, recording plans to oust the principal. She emailed who? Gabriela Castellano. Okay. She emailed 33-hour recording to Socorro Independent School District Interim Human Resources Director as part of a grievance. Do you see that? It's part of a grievance. That's what it was. And it's so sad. You know, this is what it is. On August 10th, Ricardo Castellano vowed to go to interim superintendent Marta Carmona to get Elliott removed as principal. Okay. Look at further what he says. Maybe I should just file a grievance against that bitch. That is how a trustee thinks about everybody in the district that doesn't do his bidding. Okay? One more time. Maybe I should file a grievance against that bitch. Stick that to you. Remember, that is how he sees everybody in the district that doesn't agree with him. You know? It is so sad. It is so sad. You know, he further says that she's a tyrant. I said, well, I'll get with Carmona and see if she likes double down, protects Elliott, then we'll cross talk. I don't know what that is, but if not, let's see if she moves her. You know what? Her time has come and gone. She's a tyrant. You know, it's very disheartening. Very disheartening. Another conversation from the recording. This is from the recording. These are snippets from the recording. I'm going to talk to Carmona about this principal here, thinking she's all badass. I'm about to clip her wings, Ricardo Castellano said. La vas a bajar del avión. You're going to get her off her high plane, Barrera asked. You know, unfortunately, it is what it is. You know, but I want to, and for you to understand, they did the groundwork so that they can come in and did an audit for the district. I applaud them for that, okay? I want you to understand. But I also want you to understand that the reason why they're being prosecuted is because the Texas Education Agency has received complaints alleging inappropriate behavior by Barrera and the Castellanos during a 3-year investigation that ended with the district agreeing in March to accept an appointment of the state conservators to help oversee the district. One more time. Several complaints, multiples, allegations of inappropriate behavior by, one more time, I feel like Ferris Bueller in that movie, by Barrera and Castellano. And it's not by, but just so we can put a little bit of humor. But Barrera and Mr. Castellano behavior was very inappropriate. So that's what led, and the recording led to the investigation. And therefore, that's why they are being charged. Okay, it's not an allegation because the charges are already there against them. That's why, if you noticed, I also put that they're trying to spin it because now the attorneys are saying that, you know, their client didn't do no wrong and yada, yada, yada. And now Mr. Castellano said that, you know, I'm being retaliated against because I did this good. Yes, you did this good. One more time, I applaud you for it. Pablo Barrera, I applaud you for trying to do an audit. Yes, but you want us to overlook your discrepancies of all these allegations and inappropriate behavior, and you got indicted for it. You got arrested for it. No, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You know, we're not gonna applaud you. You did wrong, and now you have to suffer the consequences. Okay, now you want us to overlook your indiscretions? No, it's not because you're being prosecuted for doing an audit. No, it's because you stepped over the lines. You used your authority with intimidation, retaliation. It's just sad. It's just sad. You give a little bit of power, and that's what it is. I will say this, you know, when I did the podcast, you know, they try to intimidate me. I don't care. It's not that I don't care. It's just that there's no grounds for it. You know, I said what I said, and I'll keep saying the truth. The truth be told is you got indicted, you got arrested for it, you got all these charges pending, you will have your day in courts, and it all stems with your recording. It all stems with all these people you try to suppress, all you try to manipulate these people to do your bidding, your dirty laundry. They went to try to put a stop to it. And that's what led the investigation. TEA, that's why they just don't come in just to say, today we're just gonna pick on this school district. No, they had grounds, they had proof. And that's what it is. It is proof. And therefore, that's why we're where we're at. And it all stems with this recording. So do I believe that the Castellanos and Mr. Barrera use their authority for influence and retaliation? Yes, because I'm living proof of it. Barrera didn't do anything to me, but the Castellanos tried. And that's why I do believe. But they will have their day in court, and we'll see. So stay tuned. Stay tuned, because there's more to come. There's more things that meets the eye. And unfortunately, the board can't do anything to remove them, but they should resign and step aside so that the board could, one more time, so that the board could appoint somebody there that'll take their position so that they can be able to, those two individuals, give 100% of their time to try to fix the budget from this $44 million deficit that the Socorro Independent School District has incurred. That's my 2 cents. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I was friends with Pablo Barrera, you know, but unfortunately, it is what it is. You know, he's been indicted, and it's a sad day. It's a sad day for Socorro Independent School District. You know, I wish things would have turned out better. They were doing a good thing, but somewhere along the ways they lost their footing. And that's why I feel sad. So this isn't Painted. We're done for now. We will talk soon. Stay tuned because it's getting interesting. So thank you. God bless. Bye-bye.